Look at the beautiful sunset here on the coast of Ventura, California, playing host to the X Games yet again here in 2024, presented by Sonic. One more event to cap off the first day of 3 of competition out here. This is Moto X Best Whip. Welcome everyone, I'm Jimmy Coleman, sitting here in the booth alongside Vicky Golden. Vicky, we're used to seeing you in the field out here, but you got a different kind of phone call this year. Joining us here in the booth, let's talk about our heavy hitters, our standouts here when it comes to Best Whip.
Thanks for having me, Jimmy. I would say this lineup is one of the heaviest we've ever seen, and I think our newest heavy hitter, Patrick Evans, coming in from last year, is the one to watch.
Yeah, watch out for Julian Van Stippen, Tom Parsons, and of course your defending gold medalist as well, Tyler Berryman. We get the luxury of calling the action in the booth. Let's send it down now to the third member of our crew out there in the field. It's Kristen Beat.
Yeah, Jimmy, Tyler Berryman riding with a heavy heart and riding for his friend Lion Heron, who earlier this year lost his longtime battle with leukemia. When I spoke with Tyler, he said watching Lion battle cancer for so long changed his outlook on life. And to honor him, Tyler is riding with Lion's ashes tonight and running Lion's former racing number 92. Lion's family is here supporting Tyler. Tyler is a 13-time X Games medalist, and he is making this run for Lion.
Of those 13 medals, 2 of them are gold. He has 3 silver and 8 bronze, looking to add more to the list out here tonight. Once again, Jimmy Coleman here alongside Vicky Golden. And well, when it comes to Best Whip, I mean, for people that don't know much about riding dirt bikes, I mean, you're basically, this is stylized. It's all about getting that dirt bike completely sideways. There's a couple of different ways to do it. It's overall impression here. We'll start it off with a jam session. We'll cut the field down to 4 and then have another jam session to hand out some hardware here. But Vicky, talk about the different ways. Take us through the nuances of the whip and what it takes to get that bike completely sideways.
For sure. So these guys are going to go off the ramp and pull with basically all their might, and you're going to see 3 different types like you talked about. You're going to see the seat bounce racer whip, you're going to see a turn down, and you're going to see a turn up, and those are your 3 heavy hits.
And this is one of those things where you really have to see this in person to really appreciate it, because it's absolutely insane to watch these guys cork it out off the lip of that ramp, and it looks like they're going into a 180, but they even take it past 180 nowadays. I mean, the front tire gets pointed back towards the takeoff, and then somehow, some way you think, all right, that's past the point of no return, and then they get right back. They get it right back around. Exactly
what you just saw. He was pointed straight back at the ramp for his first go. That's a big turn down to start off.
But Wyatt Fontenot making it in off the ultimate list last year as well as here in 2024. So we look at Osaka, Japan. So this is Genki Watanabe. Just look at how Genki just gets, I mean, that angle, it's tough to see, but I mean, the inversion and the way that they just dip down, I mean, your head's pointed down towards the ground. How do you get into that position, Vicky?
It's basically defying gravity. He's leaning off the back of the bike and basically letting that front end loop out as long as he feels comfortable, and then once he starts to carve down, it's trying to bring it back from there.
So you won't see scores here. It's a ranking. It's overall impression trying to make it into that Final 4 as we bring in Jared McNeil, who just happens to own 5, count them 5, gold medals in this event. And taking the hands off to boot, Vicky.
Oh, yeah. He learned that. He learned that there was previous rules where you're not allowed to do any tricks, and I think you're seeing in the warm-up that that's a bit more lenient in the rules. So he's taking full advantage and gaining extra style points now.
Oh, he went one-handed into that and then decided to get cute and take both hands off and then look back at everyone. This angle right here, you'll really appreciate what's going on with Jared McNeil.
That's insane. Such a killer shot with the sunset.
Yeah, 5 gold medals in this event for Jared McNeil, as we're about to take our first look at Patrick Evans making his 2nd X Games appearance out here this weekend. Whoa! He's knacking in that thing. I caught the last bit of that right there. I guess he's taking a page out of the Jared McNeil book and throwing tricks in the middle of this one.
Massive seat bounce knack. You're going to see that's just a warm-up for these guys, so you'll see that second run come around. They're going to be massive.
Julian Van Stippen getting inverted here in the Ventura skies tonight. So just under 6 minutes left to go here. Patrick Evans so far, Vicky, look at the leaderboard. Patrick Evans, the judges say that's the best one we've seen thus far, followed by Jared McNeil and Wyatt Fontenot. As they're sending Tom Parsons here with the drone follow cam. Look at that angle to really appreciate what it takes to do a proper whip on a dirt bike.
Amazing shot. They're using this next-gen ramp. As you can see, 75 feet is next to it and elevated, so it just makes the air time that much better and easier for these guys to go bigger.
Well, here we go. Your defending gold medalist from last year. It's Tyler Berryman with, oh my God, I was gonna say one of the best stylized whips in the business, but then he throws the knack into that one. It just hangs onto that one all the way through. I gotta see the replay on this one. Talk us through this one here, Vicky. Huge
seat bounce, which is a classic TV style, and with a knack on top of it, props. That's insane.
They had to cut away from it because we're right back into it. The hits are coming quick. We go right back up to the top of the order. That was Wyatt Fontenot, so they will run in this order. And when this time has elapsed, they'll take the top 4 and move them into a final jam session to determine our podium out here tonight. So it's Evans, Van Stippen, and McNeil right now. Your 1, 2, 3.
And there's that turn up. We haven't seen one yet, and Wanky just decided to pull one out.
Ventura this year is the 9th appearance for Jinky Watanabe. The way these riders make it look so easy is absolutely insane. That is an understatement. I mean, they do this all the time, and they make it look so smooth, so blue. And Jared McNeil, again, I mean, that's what I was talking about. That point of no return where you're like, there's no way. That front tire is pointed the wrong direction. How do they bring that back around? And they do it time and time again. And we'll bring in Kristen now as we bring back in Patrick Evans. Kristen?
Under the radar for some time now, but in my opinion, he is now a front runner in his second X Games appearance as he just threw down that massive whip. He won Red Bull Imagination. He's on that Stark Future electric bike, and he is reinventing the whip as we know it, looking for his first X Games medal.
I mean, that's insanity. He just kind of flattens out into that thing and then corks that one all the way back around. I was sitting there, I was still trying to process what Jared McNeil did, and then Patrick Evans just came out and cranks another one. He's still in that top spot. Take another look at Julian Van Stippen. Oh. Get a bad landing on that one? He almost get whiplashed off of that, or did I see that wrong?
No, you saw it correct. Sometimes when you kind of start bringing it back, you can either get a little bit of an in-swing, or you can just kind of run out of time and come in a little squirrely, but, you know, he's a good rider and he knows how to save it.
Tom Parsons, no stranger to tasting gold in this event. He owns 3 gold medals, 7 total. He's got 3 gold, 3 silver, and a bronze, but right now he's sitting in that number 6 position. Remember here, only the top 4 transfer on into the final. That's why you see that highlighted line under Jared McNeil's name. We're just at the 2.5-minute mark as of right now. And Berryman sitting in one of those transfer spots here in his second attempt. But just, you know, you look at the style, like Tyler just kind of like casually and slowly with style just turns into it and holds it for the longest amount of time before he brings it back around.
Yeah, Tyler oozes with that TV style, and he definitely knows how to bring him out late, and then just at the last minute, he'll crank him back to the landing.
So we go back up to the top of the order for a 3rd round here as we're just under 2 minutes. Wyatt Fontenot holding on to that one.
And he just squeezed in as an alternate, so it's pretty cool to see him taking full advantage and absolutely sending it.
So taking another look here in slow-mo. I mean, there's nothing wrong with your television. They're literally doing this and throwing themselves into these crazy inverted, contorted positions on these dirt bikes here under the lights. Before we take another look at Wanky, let's bring Kristen back into the talk.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Just a moment ago, I spotted Corey Creed, who'll be competing in quarter pipe on Sunday, and I asked him, who do you think's throwing the sickest whip right now? He said, by far, Pat Evans. He's a rider's favorite rider. He, again, has been flying under the radar for so long. He's worked so hard. Patrick Evans told me that last year, he was worried about gas money getting to X Games, and this year has really been a breakout year for him, guys. He is the rider's favorite rider as he's lining up to get going right here after McNeil.
Well, he's the judge's favorite rider right now as well because he's still in that top spot. But looking at that leaderboard now, Wyatt Fontenot has overtaken Tyler Berryman, and Jared McNeil's bumped out. to the number 5 position right now. So the transfer spot, remember the top 4 move on, so Behrman is now your bubble as we take another look at Patrick Evans here, Vicky.
Oh my gosh, he is tossing right now, and I guarantee you he's not even trying to the point where you think he is. He's so self-doubting sometimes, but then when you watch him ride, you don't understand how he's even self-doubting himself.
I mean, watch this.
Completely upside down.
It's complete and utter madness. So it's Evans, Van Stippen, Fontenot, and Behrman. And if time runs out here, they should run through the run order so everyone's assured the same amount of attempts. But if that's the case, Jared McNeil might be out as we look. Oh, look at Julian Van Stippen just taking that one nose high and just hanging on to it, Vicky.
He knows how to loop that bike out, and he actually hasn't been on that Yamaha for too long. He just made the switch from Yamaha, and it's looking good for him.
He owns 3 X Games medals, and they're all in Best Whip. He's got a gold and 2 bronze. Tom Parsons is on the outside looking in as well. He's in that number 6 spot. Is this going to be enough? I mean, you don't see the clock anymore because time is expired, so I haven't gotten official word yet, but this should be it for the forecut once we get back through Tyler Behrman here, who's coming up, who's due up next in the run order, who's on that transfer spot sitting in 4th. This is just the elimination round. Top 4 go on into the medal round. And just Tyler Behrman, your defending gold medalist, just inverting it in the Ventura sky out here this evening. I didn't see Parsons' name move on that leaderboard, Vicky, so it looks like he's not going to get in. So it looks like that is going to be it. Looks like Tyler Behrman, your defending gold medalist, is going to get that last transfer spot into the medal jam here. But how about the performance of Patrick Evans here? He's your top qualifier moving into the medal round. Who's getting the gold? We'll find out when we come back to Ventura.
X Games Ventura is presented by Sonic. Live free, eat Sonic. And brought to you by Mobile X. Made for you, by you.
Welcome back, everyone. X Games Ventura 2024, presented by Sonic. The 2nd year in a row the Ventura County Fairgrounds have played host to the X Games. Everybody battling it out here tonight for the first set of Moto X hardware for the weekend here in Best Whip. We have narrowed the field down to 4. We have one more jam session before we hand out some medals. Jimmy Coleman here alongside Vicky Golden. We've got Kristen Beat out in the field. This is the Moto X Best Whip final. And, well, we may have some new people tuning in here. Vicky, let's once again talk about the different ways that you will see these guys contort themselves into the air to make a best whip happen.
Yeah, now that we have a narrowed field, it's going to be even stacked. And, I mean, I don't know how they're going to get much better, but I'm sure we're about to see. You're going to see a typical seat bounce racer style whip. You're going to see a turn down and maybe even some turn ups out of these riders. But I think between these that are left over, you're going to see more turn downs and racer whips.
So if you're wondering, well, hey, Tyler Behrman's the defending gold medalist. Why does he have to ride first at this part? Well, that's because he was the 4th place qualifier going into this. So the scales have been flipped, so he now has to go first. And Patrick Evans, being the top qualifier out of that elimination round, he will now ride last. So it's a 4-minute jam session here in the quest for some X Games gold. And there we go. Tyler Behrman is under power. He's claimed gold in this event 2 times before, the most recent one being last year. Again, you will not see scores. It's just a live ranking on the leaderboard as we take a second look. Talk us through it here, Vicky.
Oh, that's flawless. I mean, TB thrives in this competition zone, so you're just going to see him get bigger and better, that's for sure.
So he sets the bar here as we get set to take our first look at Wyatt Fontenot here, coming in off the alternate list and making it into the party here tonight. Works part-time laying artificial turf, and right now he's trying to lay down some whips in the quest for an X Games medal under the lights tonight. Look at how many people are packed into that venue right now, and this is just the first night of 3 of competition out here at the Ventura County Fairgrounds. Julian Van Stippen, 3 X Games medals, 1 gold, 2 bronze, all 3 of them coming in this event. And just, Vicky, talk about what it takes to come off of that lip and get yourself inverted like that in such a slow, casual rotation and just casually and calmly bring that bike back around.
Man, it's such a huge technical thing to be able to do, and the way Julian does it is so cool. It's definitely a little different than the other riders you see. He likes to seat bounce and just keep that front wheel high, and that takes a lot of encouragement on yourself to be able to just leave that thing looped out.
So here you go, your top qualifier out of the last round. Oh my God. I mean, I was talking, in the last round I was talking about Jared McNeil did something similar, and then Patrick Evans just took it a step further right there, and he does it again first shot here in the medal round, showing you why he was the top qualifier coming in this. How?
Absolutely insane. I mean, the way that bike just whips around so quick, I mean, I think that has to do all with that Stark electric bike, just having that torque that maybe these gas bikes don't really have, but he's utilizing every bit of it.
All right, just under 2 minutes left on the clock here. We're going to bring Kristen back into the conversation here for Tyler's second attempt.
Guys, watch how Tyler Behrman kind of squats his body, moves it to the opposite side, moves the bike on the other side. It's so interesting to me, the geometry that's going on. He's hoping to land with no end kick. It's a lot more complicated than it looks. You know, I asked Tyler yesterday how you kind of work through that thought process. At this point, it's muscle memory for these guys, but there's a lot of geometry and bike awareness going on as they hit the ramp even.
Thanks, Kristen. Here's Wyatt Fontenot on attempt number 2, just revving it up. Listen to the noise that makes. The fans absolutely love that. So it's Patrick Evans in that top spot right now. However, Tyler Behrman's put himself in a silver medal spot for right now.
That's a huge whip from Wyatt. It's cool to see him out here and sending it like he should be. He's stoked on that. That's rad.
So Patrick Evans picking up where he left off in the elimination around the top spot. Behrman in second. Julian Van Stippen sitting in a bronze medal position. You like better, the first one or the second one out of Van Stippen?
Man, I think the first one looked a bit better. It almost looked like he maybe mistimed his pull off that ramp. Not his normal style of a racer whip, but maybe he's trying something different.
So your current leader, Patrick Evans. His closest attempt in this event, he finished in 4th. In 2023, looking at a potential medal, and how fitting would that be if your first ever medal at the X Games just happens to be the shiniest one you can get?
I mean, that's best case scenario.
And time expired. He was the last one to go in the run order because he was the top qualifier. It looks like they're going to give him one more go. I see Behrman's line back up, so it looks like they're going to get one more round here before it's all been said and done. That appears to be the case.
You see Tyler getting in the zone. He takes a huge deep breath, and it's go time for him.
Yeah, he's turning around. He's getting ready to go under power here. So they're going to get one more round of runs. Your defending gold medalist looking at the potential bronze. Can he jump back up? It's just to watch him and how he just, it's so slow and so dialed and so smooth, Vicky.
Yeah, he does things a little bit different if you notice too. He likes to hook under the shifter with his foot, and for whatever reason that really utilizes his whips. Even turn downs, he does that as well.
Just see him ride up and just kind of haze Patrick a little bit and just kind of kick his back tire like, what are you doing?
Oh, he likes to play the game.
Here comes Wyatt Fontenot.
Yes.
I mean, to do that, I mean, nose dip, you're inverted, the back end is over your head.
Yeah, and Wyatt typically doesn't throw upside down to where he's looking the way he is. Like, he'll throw massive racer whips, but I've never seen him drop the shoulder and do what he's doing. And it's really cool to see him step outside of his comfort zone and do it with flawless.
And just the way that he rotates that one back around. It's insane. I mean, you really have to come to one of these and see it in person. I mean, it looks amazing on television, but when you see it in person, it is a whole different experience to watch. Julian Van Stippen in for his final attempt. Just taking that one nose high and hanging onto it, Vicky.
Yeah, that's his style. I love the way he does that, and he holds onto it looped out as long as he can before he brings it back.
So with one rider left to go, and we haven't seen these names change up here, it's still Evans, Van Stippen, and Berriman. So this should be it. Your top qualifier. He corks around even more.
Unreal. and he's doing it each way. I mean, if you notice, he's going left, right. It don't matter. He's sending it every single direction.
Just when you think it can't get twisted any more around, he goes and does it. We're being told that's it. No more runs. So Patrick Evans has done it.
That's amazing. First gold medal. I love to see it.
First medal, period. He finished fifth last year in quarter pipe high air. Oh, look out.
That's typical Patrick Evans.
That's okay. Well, you know what? You just won a gold medal for your first ever X Games medal.
Yeah, they can fix the bike later. It's worth it.
Going and getting a hug from your defending gold medalist from last year. There you go. He's like, you know what? I got to lay the bike down because I need some hardware around my neck. Being handed out by Oxymoron. So there you go. Patrick Evans with the gold. Julian Van Stippen takes the silver. And it's your defending gold medalist from 2023, Tyler Berriman, walking out of here with the bronze. And the party under the lights is just beginning for that young man right there. Take us through the replays here, Vicky.
Oh man, massive turn down, straight backwards. And we're now even seeing further than backwards. I didn't think that was possible, but Patrick's showing it is.
Taking another look at it here.
Massive seat bounce whip.
You see the way that he just tucks his head into that thing and then looks back at the takeoff.
Yeah, he's definitely found a new style and a new way to uncork massive whips. It's so amazing to see.
What an epic performance by Patrick. We send it now to Kristen with our winner.
Patrick, you didn't touch the ground until after you sealed up the gold medal. This is your first career gold medal. How much has all the adversity that you've faced and had to overcome in your career shaped you and propelled you toward this moment?
It's been an extremely tough 5 or 6 years, and I just got to thank everyone that has stood behind me this whole time. Justin Nowak at Aramoto basically saved my life on dirt bikes and owned my bikes. And Stark Future, Fast House, Heatwave, all these Madison family, Stenberg family, all these people that helped make it happen. It's been really hard, and coming in this year, I had so much pressure because everyone was just calling me to go win it. And you know, it sounds like a good thing at the time, but when everyone's expecting you to go win, that's a lot of pressure, and I'm so glad I was able to get it done. I just got to thank Jordan Silva, Silva Suck Suspension, Jake, my family's here, my fiance Selena, everyone that's been helping me out. I know I'm forgetting people, but thank you guys so much to everyone that stood behind me and believed in me. It means a lot.
Patrick, you mentioned having to detach from the ego of competition. You raced for so many years to really embrace free riding. What has it been like in this mindset, being able to compete and now find success?
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about free riding is it's not really a contest. Even though I'm walking away with a medal tonight, Best Whip is about your style, your creativity. You know, it's how about you do it on a dirt bike. And it's cool to win, but I'm going to go back to the hills and build some jumps and do my thing out there too. So,
guys, a huge moment tonight here for Patrick Evans. A long time in the making on this Stark electric future bike, guys.
Yeah, not just his first gold medal, but his first medal overall and only his second X Games appearance. And you walk out of here with the shiniest one you can get. What a performance by that guy right there. Vicky, how's it feel being in the booth instead of being out there in Best Whip?
Man, I'm a little jealous still. I still want to be out there ripping, but man, the field's so stacked that, you know, it's not a bad seat sitting here with you either.
Well, that's a wrap for us over here at Moto X Best Whip. We're going to send it back over to the host set now with Salema and Gabby to take us out of day 1 of 3 of competition.
Thank you, Jimmy. What an incredible day one. Congratulations to Patrick Evans, his first gold medal, and again, getting it done on the electric bike. A lot of people were unsure how he would be able to go up against the four strokes.
And he took it.
Absolutely
And
killed
he
it.
destroyed it, and I'm super excited. I'm still kind of blown away with how exciting it is to be on the ground when they are taking off.
Yeah, that's everyone's first experience at Best Whip. Salema Masekela and Gabby Maiden here. We're in the Samsung Galaxy Lounge, just trying to recover from an incredible day one of X Games 2024 here in Ventura. We got here at about 9 this morning and just got hit over the head with some of the best riding, BMX, skateboarding, and of course freestyle motocross. And we're not done tonight.
No, we're not.
Tell the people what they've won.
I mean, we're going to see Wiz Khalifa get down and get down. And yeah, are you gonna have some dance flow? You're gonna shimmy a little bit?
Absolutely. Music has always been a huge part of X Games, so we're excited
100%.
to have Wiz Khalifa tonight, Cascade tomorrow night. People are rushing over there right now, over to the X Games sound stage, and we will be back tomorrow morning to do it again for day 2 of Full Pull. Gabby, we'll see you tomorrow for day 2.
See you tomorrow.
Of X Games here in Ventura.
Thanks. Good night.
Have a good night. Send it back to you, Jack.